Hey Diet Center Mid-South fans, it's Jason and we're live from my kitchen. I'm so glad that you could join us tonight for our barbecue flatbread pizza recipe that we're going to demonstrate tonight. We've got a few more followers that are trying to get on right now, so we're going to take a few minutes and get everybody click through and get on the page with us. I'm going to give a few shout outs. I see that we've got Barbara from Germantown. Hello Miss Barbara, how are you? Look forward to having lots of you guys come in and watch this demonstration tonight, see all the great recipes that Diet Center has to offer, and make sure that you like our page, go through and send us your name and where you're coming from live. We've got people from all over the place. We just had Judy from Chicago come in. Hi Judy, nice to see you. We're glad that you joined us. We've got Diet Centers all over the United States, but we've got a lot of fans that are part of our local page, which is great because we always have new tips and tools and recipes that are up there. So we love when we have people all over the place that like our page and join in and get new ideas from us. So we're glad to have you, Judy. Let's see who else we've got. Lindy from Arkansas. I know that name. Hey, good to see you. I'm glad that we were able to get you on here tonight so that you could see our recipe. We're thrilled to make this recipe tonight because it is, of course, Memphis in May, and we kicked off the first day of May today. And barbecue in Memphis is really big, especially this month. You know, we've got people that come all over the place to compete in this competition for Barbecue Fest. So we decided that this pizza not only would be quick and easy, because after a long Monday, who doesn't love something fast and easy, but also to incorporate in the barbecue would be a really nice treat for you guys tonight. So this is a great recipe that we have. It can be made many different ways. We'll talk about different variations in a little bit, but it really is an awesome recipe that's quick and easy, and especially after a long Monday. So we're going to give you guys a few more minutes to get on the page with us. Let's see here. We've got another one that's just joined in, Mandy from Jonesboro. Hi, Mandy. We have centers, guys. There's several centers in Memphis. There's 5 centers in Memphis and South Haven. Then we have one in Jackson, Tennessee, and Jonesboro, Arkansas. So we've got 7 centers in our local market here close. And like I said, we've got people that join from all over the place to share our page. So we look forward to having more and more visitors from all over the place tonight. So click on the like button and tell us where you're coming from. We look forward to seeing you tonight. Don't forget to, you can also send in questions. I've got some questions that we're going to go over that were emailed in earlier, but feel free to email your questions in and we'll get those answered for you as well. While we're waiting for everybody to get clicked in, I want to kind of go over some of our ingredients tonight. The recipe for the barbecue chicken flatbread pizza is available at dietcentermidsouth.com. It's also available on the Facebook page, so that's Diet Center Mid-South. So make sure you like that page, and there's tons of recipes. We have a great key lime pie recipe that we put up last week. Over 1,900 people clicked through and loved that recipe. Got great feedback. It's a great recipe if you're looking for a sweet treat. So we've got lots of recipes to check out, but this one is available tonight. So we're going to go over some of our ingredients, make sure that I've got everything out here, and that you can get your stuff together if you want to cook this with me. We can do it together. So the first ingredient that we're going to go for is our grilled chicken. This recipe calls for 2 ounces of grilled chicken. I'm not much of a grill guy, so I buy my chicken. Kroger Local has it. It's a rotisserie chicken. They pull it apart. So let me grab that out of the fridge here. You can use grilled chicken. You can use canned chicken if you want to. But I love this chicken. It's got a great flavor. It's all white meat chicken. It's rotisserie that Kroger pulls off, and then they sell it in this great container. So you can just portion out what you need, and you're good to go. So we've got our chicken. We have got string cheese. We suggest the Sargento Light string cheese. It's got 50% less fat. It's made of 2% milk, and it's only 50 calories per string cheese. So it's great not only for this pizza, but anytime you need a quick snack that's got some protein to it. We've got our flat outs, which the recipe calls for pitas or flat outs. I really like the flat out because it's a little bit thinner, and so it gives you more of a cracker style crust, which I love. This flat out is the light Italian style, which is only 90 calories. And this one actually has 9 grams of protein. So it's going to give you a little bit more protein to your pizza as well. And I like the Italian because it gives you a little bit more of a pizza flavor. It comes in multigrain, and there was another flavor, and I think it's just whole wheat. But you've got different options for that as well. The barbecue sauce we're going to use tonight is Walden Farms. The Walden Farms product line is very extensive. They have everything from pancake syrup to chocolate sauce. 0 calories, nothing, 0 everything. So this is a great way to enhance your barbecue flavor and not add any sugar or unwanted calories. Got our red onion, got our cilantro, some seasonings. So we're good to go here in just a few minutes. Just want to click through and make sure that everybody is signing on and getting ready to get set up with us to make your pizza at home. So big shout out to Paul in Memphis. We love to have guys click through on our page. We've got several male clients. Lots of people think that, you know, do you diet men? Yeah, we diet men, women, everybody. And so if you're looking to lose weight, come to Diet Center. We'd love to help you. To get started with our pizza tonight, I've got our flatbread out here on my cookie sheet. What I like to do to kind of crisp this up a little bit is I just take my cooking spray, and I just use the canola cooking spray, and I just lightly spray a little bit on top of this flatbread. And then I like to put garlic powder on mine. Gives it a nice, the canola oil helps just kind of crisp it up a little bit, and then the garlic, which is a freebie on the program, will give you just a little bit more flavor. So I've got this all seasoned up and ready to go in the oven. I've got my broiler on low, and I'm gonna pop that in for just a few minutes. I wanna get this just a little bit of a brown and crunch factor, so this will help kind of crisp this up real quick. So we're gonna throw this in the oven. This pizza is great because you can do so many different variations of this. If you're craving a Mexican style pizza, I've made it with hamburger meat, a little bit of taco seasoning. I've used salsa for the base, sprinkled cumin on the flat out to give it a little bit more flavor. You can top it with lettuce and tomato and a dollop of fat-free sour cream, which is perfect on the program, and boom, you got Mexican pizza. So if you've tried a variation, feel free to share it because we would love to share it with our clients. So if you've made a creation at home, you know, tell us about it because we love to be able to share those recipes. We get some of our best recipes from our clients. And of course, I love Supreme Pizza, so I'm all the time just, you know, popping a little hamburger meat and bell peppers and onions and mushrooms, different things. The great thing about Diet Center, all 3 of our programs, they incorporate real food. So I think that's really great for our clients because as much as I love protein bars and protein shakes, I love to be able to have real food. And this is great because if you've got a family at home, boom, you can have pizza with your kids tonight and you can stay on track with your diet, and then they can fulfill that sweet craving, the treat that they want to have, not sweet, but savory. But the thing with it is you can have fun with them. You can stay on your program and they can doctor up their own pizza and then everybody's happy. So it's really a win-win for everybody involved. So I've got my broiler on low, got this going right now. And what we're gonna do with the rest of the ingredients, I like to kind of mix mine up. So I've got my mixing bowl here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our chicken and we're going to measure out our portion size, which for this pizza is gonna be 2 ounces. So I'm just going to take a measuring cup. I've got my scale here and measure out 2 ounces of chicken. It's really, really important that you make sure that you measure all of your ingredients because, you know, we really stress with our clients the importance of a food scale and measuring cups. And when you have all of those things in place, your program is just so much more successful. And if you don't have a food scale, you need to grab one. We've got them at the centers. You can get them at the grocery store. You can get them at Walmart, Target, pretty well anywhere. And then that way you know that your portions are intact and you're staying on track. So I just ran a quick knife through that chicken to chop it up just a little bit. I'm going to throw that in my bowl. And then I like to add the barbecue sauce to it so that it can go ahead and get flavored. So this is going to be 2 tablespoons of barbecue sauce. And like I said, this is awesome because it's 0 everything. So no calories, no sugar, nothing. And if you look at the back of barbecue sauce, regular barbecue sauce, there's a ton of calories and sugar. So this is great because this is going to give you the same flavor, but yet you're going to not have all that calories and junk that will kill your program. So I'm just going to stir that up. I like to sprinkle a little bit of onion powder in mine just to give it a little bit more seasoning. Of course, we're also going to add our red onion. And we can add the red onion actually to the pizza once it comes out of the oven. It's up to you if you want to add it to the pizza itself or if you want to add it to your chicken mixture. Either way, it's perfectly fine. But I like to add mine to the chicken mixture. And then that way, it just is all incorporated and the flavors are able to meld together. So while I'm chopping up my onion, you're just going to run your knife through this real quick. But I've got a couple of questions that were emailed in earlier tonight before we started this about some different questions clients had. Like I said, you can feel free to add them, shoot them to us while we're live right now. But I've got my questions here. One of the first questions were, where do you find the Walden Farms barbecue sauce? It's a great question because it's kind of hard to find. It's not with barbecue sauce and all the condiments at the grocery store. It's actually located in the pharmacy. It's great for clients that are diabetic, so they have it over in the pharmacy division of your local store. So check in the pharmacy for the Walden Farms dressing if you can't find it. This is a great question. We get a ton of this question. Can I have Starbucks on Diet Center? Yes, you can. Most of our clients are coffee junkies. I know I am. That Keurig in the back gets well used every morning. So the thing with coffee, you want to make sure when you go to Starbucks, they have a skinny version of the mocha and a skinny version of the vanilla latte, which is great. And so you would get a tall serving, and that would be your dairy serving for the day. So absolutely, Diet Center definitely allows Starbucks. So we don't want you guys crabby without your coffee. So I've got my onion chopped up here. And let me check on this pizza crust because I don't want to burn this. It is perfect. We're going to grab this, get it out. And then we're going to turn our oven over to 375. But you can see this crust, how nice and brown it is. And it's just like a cracker. I mean, it's got a really nice crispness to it. So now we've got our barbecue chicken all mixed up here. And now we're going to add in our teaspoon of cilantro and our red onion. Now, with cilantro, that's totally up to you how much you want to add. I put just a little bit in the chicken mixture, and then what I do is usually just garnish it on the top afterwards so that you get that freshness after it comes out of the oven. So let me just throw a little quick mince in on that. I'm going to throw that in there. And then for our red onion, we're just going to add in 1.5 tablespoons. So let me grab my measuring spoon here. Got a little bit of skin on that one still. Need to get that off there. So we've got our red onion. We're going to stir that all together. And that's it. I mean, this is super easy and super, super quick. So now you're just going to spoon this out here on your pizza crust. And just take your spoon and spread it around. If you want a few more onions, that's perfectly fine. But you're just going to stir that around and put that on there like that. And now I usually, because it is 0 calories, I like to add just a dab more barbecue sauce. That's just me. So I'll just take a little bit and just really lightly drizzle that over that like that. So far, we're looking really good. The last ingredient we need to put on here, because the chicken's fully cooked, what I like to do, because the onion is not, I like to throw this back in the oven for just a few minutes, and we're going to put it in there at 375, and then we're just going to leave it a few minutes to help get these onions not so crisp. And then once it comes back out, then we're going to cut one of our string cheese, and we're going to throw that on there. So let me grab some mitts. That's a little bit hot still. Here it is. And we're going to just throw this in the oven. And then we're going to come back with some more questions, because I think you guys probably have some. So while that's in there, let's go over a few more of our questions. Let's see, we've got Ruth from Lakeland that just joined us, as well as Debbie from Germantown. Hi, Debbie. glad that you're with us. One of the key questions we get all the time, how much water should I be drinking? And we get that from clients that are looking to start the program and clients that are on the program. We really struggle with water. I got a great little tool right here that I want to share with you. You've probably seen me mention this on ABC on local Memphis Live. I carried this with me. It's like my adult sippy cup, but it holds 32 ounces of water. You can put ice in it. It will keep ice for the whole day. It holds one of your servings. You need 64 ounces of water a day. This is an Ozarka cup. I got it at Walmart for less than $10, and I absolutely love it. So I'm one of those that, to me, it's easier for me to say I need 2 tall, big gulps, basically, of water. I'd rather have that as to have 8 little bottles or, 4 water-sized glasses. I want 2 and know that when I'm done with those 2, I'm done. And so, to me, it's just really key that whatever works for you is great, but we really need to push that 64 ounces of water, especially now that we're starting to heat up outside, because the more water that we consume while it's hot outside will help flush out the water retention that so many of us have during the summer months when it gets hot. So water is key. Add lemon to it. Fresh lemon is a natural diuretic, which is awesome. Also, get your straws, super, super important. If you're really not a water drinker, get you a straw, because the straw is psychological. You drink water faster through a straw, and so psychologically you're getting your water in, but also you get less air in your stomach. So if you're drinking it from something like this, where you're looking at the water or out of a bottle, sometimes that's harder for people. So if you have trouble with water, get you a straw and stick it in a water bottle. That would be fine too. Anyway, about it, 64 ounces is key. Our second question is, what is the best way to check portion size? We've touched on that a little bit tonight. The key thing for portion control is a food scale. And this is just a little simple food scale. You can get them in all different varieties, digital and fancy as you want, or as simple as this. Food scales, measuring cups, and your little measuring spoons. Those are key. You want to make sure that when you are trying to lose weight and you're on a program, that you are measuring all of your foods, because not only is it important to make sure you're getting the right amount, we want to make sure you're getting the right amount, because if you get too little, it's just as detrimental to your plan as if you go over. So you have to find that happy medium, and making sure that you have got the proper tools is going to make you so much more successful with the program, whatever program you do. The last question I have right now that I think is really, really important is, how do I keep the weight off? No matter what program you do, you need a maintenance program. And the great thing about Diet Center, our clients do a reducing, a stabilization, and a maintenance phase. So the clients will join the program and they'll lose their weight, get down to their goal weight. Then we transition them to a stabilization phase. So at that point, we're going to stop their weight loss, start them on a stabilization that's going to keep them at their goal weight, and then we have a year-long maintenance program. And the key thing to our clients' success is maintenance, because we are walking with you every step of the way during the reducing. We have clients come in, we call them when they don't come in, we make sure that they have that accountability to get on the scale, and it's the same thing with maintenance. When you are on the Diet Center program and you come in for maintenance, we're going to put you on that scale, we're going to sit down and talk to you about any challenges you have, and then also, if you're not coming in regularly, we're going to be calling you, because we want to make sure that you stay on track and keep that weight off. Easy part's losing it, hard part's keeping it off. So always, always, always stick with your maintenance. So now that we've gone through some of our questions, let me check on my pizza. This is kind of a crucial time with this pizza. You don't want to burn that crust. We already put a little bit of color on the bottom, so I want to make sure we don't burn it up here, being 10 minutes till 7 and, so critical towards dinner. So pizza's looking good. I'm going to grab this. Looks really good. It smells awesome. If you aren't making this at home, you should be, because it smells amazing. And trust me, it tastes even better. So you can see I've got the pizza here. I'm going to clean off my board, and then I'm going to cube up my cheese. And the cheese, the Sargento cheese, is wonderful. This is the light version, Sargento string cheese, and 50 calories. You can do this a couple of different ways. If your kids are making these pizzas, let them string it out. I do that sometimes, and sometimes it's actually easier to do that than it is to cube it, because you can kind of define more. And I think we'll just string it out tonight instead of actually even cubing this up. You can just take it and string it out. So your kids can have fun with this in the kitchen if they're helping you. And you're staying on track with your plan. This is a really, really easy recipe we have. We have some other great recipes. I see that we've had a question come through. Where do I find more recipes? Our recipes are on the Diet Center Mid-South website. We have several recipes there. You can get recipes in your center. Most of them they're in the lobby. There's a recipe book on the ottoman. You can also ask one of your counselors. Our staff is great about recipes. They'll be happy to get you any recipe you want. But look how good that looks. I mean, yum. And we've been working on this less than 20 minutes. So let me throw this back in the oven. This is just going to take a quick second. So if you need recipes, feel free to ask your counselor. Check out those two places, dietcentermidsouth.com or Facebook, Diet Center Mid-South. Our page has lots of recipes there. You can also, if you have cravings, when you go in to talk to your local counselors, tell Winnie, tell Kristen, tell Grayson, Danica, any of your great team members that you work with, Deborah and Jackson, let them know. I'm craving lasagna. Boom, we got spinach lasagna, which is great. I'm craving Chinese food. We've got a great orange chicken. So we've got lots of different things to help satisfy those cravings and make sure that you stay on track with your program, because that's key. We want to make sure you stay on track. So we've got all these great recipes for you to try, and they're super easy and super simple. So we should be just about finished with our pizza. And see, we've got another Lucy from Memphis that's just joined us. Hi, Lucy. Make sure you guys are clicking the like button if you like what we're doing and you want to see more of this. Tell us what you want to see. If you've got something else you want to talk about, we are open to suggestions. So make sure you give us a shout out and share our post, because we've got lots of friends out there that are always looking to lose weight and do it with some good, yummy food that's really easy. So let me just turn this light on so I can make sure that I don't burn up this pizza, because like I said, it's not going to take long at all. And then we'll have this all ready to go. So y'all click through too and tell us what y'all are having for dinner, because I'm always interested in the new recipes and things that clients are trying. Because like I said, we get our best recipes from clients. In fact, this one actually came from one of our clients who then became one of our counselors. Some of you will remember Cheryl from Sanderlin. Cheryl actually created this pizza recipe for us. So we have tons of good ideas that come from you guys. So if you've got something that you've really enjoyed at home and it's helped you with your program, feel free to share it on the page so you can help others. So I think that's a great way to kind of be a part of this great community. So this is finished up. This is looking really, really nice. How many times can you order pizza and say that you can have the whole thing and stick with your plan? Look at this. I mean, that looks excellent. This is really, really a great, easy recipe. You've got your counts on here. If you're on the Instant Shape Up or Exclusively You program, this is 3 proteins, your 1 starch, and your 1 additional. So this is, I mean, how easy is this to stick with your plan? So I'm going to transfer this to my board. And get this cut up really quick. We're going to get this plated. See what a nice, I mean, it's falling apart. It's so nice and crunchy, which is what I love. I love a nice crispy crust like that. Try to see this all finished up. And you can even get really fancy if you want to and add a little cilantro to the top. So there's your Diet Center Mid-South barbecue chicken flatbread pizza. this is just a fourth of your serving. Very fulfilling. It's going to be a great night tonight. I hope you all enjoyed our cooking demonstration. Feel free to like our page, tell us what you liked about it, tell us what you want to see, and what else you need to see on this page to make you successful for your program. We want to do anything we can to help you, so let us know. Thank you all for joining us tonight for our live presentation. We hope to see you soon. Have a good night, everybody.